You are listening to Reels Movie Podcast. I am your host, Z. And before I get into this review, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, hit that bell for notifications, and you'll never miss a future episode. I'm going to be doing something a little different today. I'm going to be reviewing Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. This has been released on Netflix, and you can see it if you have a membership. It's about a courtroom frenzy ensues and sweeps America in the 1970s when a young single mother reluctantly tips the attention of a widespan manhunt towards her longtime boyfriend, Ted Bundy. Netflix has really had a fascination with confessions of a serial killer and all this stuff, so it's not very surprisingly that they actually released a movie based off probably one of the most famous killers, so to speak. He's obviously had a big cult following that, especially during the time of his trial, like a lot of women just kind of fell in love with his charm and everything. So it's no surprise that they actually released the movie. When this was announced back in, I believe it was late 2017, they said they were doing a Ted Bundy movie and that Zac Efron was going to be playing Ted Bundy. A lot of people were like, they're like a little queasy because it's like you got Zac Efron who plays the fun characters, obviously in High School Musical, Baywatch. Uh, he's not really taken seriously, but honestly, after watching this, he is the absolute best part of the movie. His natural charm and charisma came out, and it kind of echoed who Ted Bundy was because you watch it in the credits, they show footage of him, and then certain scenes that we saw in the movie, that we saw the real life events of Ted Bundy, that Efron really mimicked it. He was like kind of like a shadow to Bundy. He did a really good job with his charm and his natural charisma that just felt like you were really watching Ted Bundy. I honestly think Zac Efron actually made a better name for himself on acting wise with this performance compared to anything else we've seen from him. I mean, it's really no take on what he's done before, but this was a different light. This was a different side of Zac Efron that we've never seen before. And it's very refreshing that he really branched out and did something extremely different, showing off a new type of acting chops, per se. Not only Zac Efron did a really good job, I think Lily Collins did a very good job. She plays the character of Liz, who's pretty much Ted and her had a pretty long relationship. I don't really know time frame of how long they were together, but basing off the movie, how like the daughter grows from like 2 years old to maybe 6. I could be wrong. But so they're obviously together for a few years, and she actually tipped off the police early on, and that's where he always thinks it's a conspiracy against him, and he pretty much in the movie he always said he was innocent. He never did it and everything, and she kind of brought the guilt on herself. If you when you watch it, it's like slowly during the trial, she follows it like step by step, constantly watching TV, drinking along the way. So she obviously has an alcohol problem, but I mean, it's slowly like killing her inside, and she gets a new boyfriend. His name's Jerry. He works with her, and he's trying to kind of break her from the mold of this whole phenomenon of the trial. I honestly think she did a really good job, and she's a very strong character. And the other cast that's really good. Kayla Scodelario, who plays actually Ted Bundy's wife later on in the trial, and mother of his daughter. John Malkovich was pristine as Judge Edward Colbert. I thought he did a really good job, and you can tell he also, just like Zac Efron with Bundy, Malkovich did the same thing with the judge. I thought they both did I thought the whole cast did a very good job. Now there's some slow points into this. I mean, pretty much the basis of the movie is the trial, and that's how it kind of leads up to this event of the trial, which is the first time a trial actually had cameras in the courtroom. So everything leads up to this. So it's a lot of slow points. It's more so on Lily's side because we're following her life just the same as we follow his. We see that she's broken. She's living with this guilt that she turned his name over to the cops, and she's just living guilt because she doesn't know if he really did it. She doesn't find out until the end that he does admit he cut someone's head off and decapitated her. So there's a lot of slow points more so on Lily's side with just her getting along with her life. He constantly calls her throughout, like I don't know how many times that we see that he calls her, and like obviously he does have some type of affection to her. A lot of the stuff that I didn't really agree with, like the camera angles, it just felt really, really weird. You had extreme close-ups of faces, especially at the end when Liz and Bundy were talking through a glass cell, to a glass on the phone. I thought it was really weird camera angles, choices. Overall, the cinematography was pretty good, but I think the acting is the strong point of the entire movie, and that leads right from Zac Efron. That I thought he did a phenomenal job. I'm going to give Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile a B minus. Thank you for listening to this review. If you like this review, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and hit that bell for notifications. I'll see you later.